Dinsey, thank you very much. Thank you to the Red Bull Analyst Desk. Now, Baby Whopper, you have seen a game in the Amateur League. You've seen what we got. What are your thoughts on what's happening in this league so far?
Um, it's actually something that I surprising. I wasn't expecting for them to do so well with such like an off meta type of team
Mhm.
composition that game. But they kind of just proved to me that, you know what, it can be done if you're comfortable on the picks, you guys have good synergy and you've practiced it, then you can definitely do whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a cool, it's kind of a cool indication of where League of Legends is at in general right now, is that they're able to, all these different play styles are available to you. And, knowing TSS, we definitely could see a similar thing come in for we could see yet another different strategy come in for TSS or even DSB in the second game. Now, the bans, though, are looking the same. Diana comes in, Olaf on the other side. Now, I'll give you some context as well. We've seen Olaf in the top lane as well as the jungle a couple of times in this league, and it has been pretty successful. But actually, that was the Soraka ban that came instead of the Olaf. So definitely changing it up, and TSS is going to have to react to this.
Yeah, I guess DSB did not like that Soraka last game, and I mean, she did do a lot. She somehow outfarmed a Kaisa, and you know what? They won in like 25 minutes, so.
Yep. So, yeah, I think that's a good enough reason to ban. We'll see if the Tom Kench comes through as well, because I think that could be more so the sticking point. But Senna is taken away, which Wheelie and Virtual Boxes are famous for playing these interesting Senna lanes.
Mhm.
Wukong, though, coming through, that is the same as last game as well. We'll see if things like the Yuumi come through or the set band. I definitely could see it. That set was definitely an avenue in for Dragon Solar Bust. However, TSS have the first pick this game, and Blitzblades has played set as well. So it could be they're
Mhm.
saving it for the first pick themselves.
Yeah, that we do have a Volibear ban coming in from TSS, and that's kind of a little bit of an interesting ban. But with him being
Hmm.
reworked recently, I could see the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, they're maybe not exactly interested in playing against a champion they're not too experienced with. I don't think it's that strong of a champion right now, but it definitely
No.
could bring something they're not expecting. So may as well get it out of the way. The Olaf ban does come in at the end. And yeah, there is the first pick set, highly prioritized, which I like. I just really like set right now. I think it's such a strong blue side first pick.
Mhm.
And TSS taking it up into the reins just the same as DSB did in the first game. We'll see what the response is. They tend to leave their mid laners to last. And so we're
Okay.
expecting something other than that here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to let them see the Victor come out again in the mid lane.
Mm-hmm.
He dominated, or the Graves as well.
Yeah, the Grave's still available, of course, and like you say, the Victor as well. And we saw that Victor come in as a counter pick. This time, if DSB wish, they do have the last pick if they want to counter that mid lane. They already have seen the top lane. So the Ezreal comes in, and the Malphite, which likely is going to face up against that set.
Mhm.
Set still very strong into the Malphite, even though you can itemize armor. It's just, Malphite is fine, but he's designed more for the engage than for the lane presence.
Exactly, yeah. And there'll be a lot of like team fight potential with Set as well, just from his ult. It can set up a lot of good plays for his teammates.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on. Here's the Fiddlesticks hover. And this is why the band came in. Fiddlesticks coming through. And I love seeing this. I'm so excited to cast a Fiddlesticks game because I've been spamming this guy in solo queue as well. And it
Okay.
is such a powerful pick. In the elo I'm at anyway,
Mhm.
and we've seen it. You see it in high diamond and challenger as well. So definitely going to be interesting
Okay.
to see how that Fiddlesticks comes through. The Echo as well, which will go into the mid lane as a blind pick, which is kind of an interesting decision there.
I like that pick. He scales really well in team fights as well, and he just
Hmm.
kind of like the ult is really utilic later on in the game.
Yeah, that's true. The Lissandra was available, and so they've chosen
Oh.
to go with this Echo instead. But here's the Yuumi, and like we said, this was another champion that was banned last game. It's got a very, very high ban rate in worldwide League of Legends right now,
Mhm.
and for good reason. But of course, that Ezreal being picked would have suggested the Yuumi, and it is indeed going to come through. That's a very, very strong bot lane. Barely anyone is allowing you to play it right now, and so now that it has come through, we'll see what Dragon Solar Bus can do with it.
Yeah, that's actually a really good bot lane for them. We just have to see like what their matchup is.
Yeah, because the bot lane not at all determined here for TSS. Even the Fiddlesticks has the potential to go into that bot lane as the support role. And knowing TSS, I certainly wouldn't put it past them. But the Jinx ban comes in, which is kind of interesting. I know Wheelie has played it, but seems like with a Malphite, you'd be able to deal with the Jinx, but they are not interested in seeing that very, very long range come through. Speaking of which, the Vel'Koz ban as well.
And it looks like the final ban for Dragon Soul is going to be the Lucian pick. So they're going to ban out some ADCs here.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of Wheelie's champion pool. They've banned already 4 champions that Wheelie has played. So the Scion's still available, but it is generally paired with the Senna. What's also available is still the Tahm Kench. And so I'm expecting something cheesy from TSS. But of course, they do need attack damage. They're not, they're very low on attack damage in this team so far with the champions we see.
And Graves is still available, and he would be a good pick here for either team.
Yeah, Graves could work. I would more expect him for DSB. He's really good with Yuumi, but TSS likely sending that Fiddlesticks into the jungle. But the response, speaking of which, is the Hecarim, which actually can be very strong against Fiddlesticks because you have a lot of ways to get on him. As long as your team is setting up vision well, you've got ways to interrupt his ultimate channel. And that is obviously the main power of Fiddlesticks is coming out with the Crowstorm.
There's going to be a lot of movement as well from Hecarim. He's a fast jungler.
Yeah, especially with Yuumi. Oh man, I'm just, I'm not looking forward to watching
mains, that. We know it. We know it.
We know what happens with Yuumi and Hecarim. But but speaking of which, the Draven is the choice here, and so TSS just going for high early damage in this lane, trying to bully out that Yuumi and Ezreal in a way where they won't be able to utilize the late game power of that Yuumi. And we'll see what the support pick is. Hang on a sec. No. So this means that Set pick was a flex. What I'm guessing is happening here is that Set is going support. Yeah.
Okay. I actually like that support matchup, like the Draven and the Set. It's a high damage versus the Ezreal and Yuumi.
Absolutely. There's a lot of kill pressure in that lane. Now, speaking of kill pressure, here's Renekton to face up against the Riven. That's a big-time skill matchup, and it's going to be very exciting to see that top lane matchup play out between Blitzblades and Jason.
So who do you think is going to take this Riven and Malphite fight up top?
Oh, man. So, yeah, that's really interesting because actually we have Renekton and Malphite. And so it actually looks like it's going to be Renekton top, probably. And Malphite mid, although it could be Renekton mid. Actually, that might even make more sense. But there could be some swapping going on.
It's kind of interesting here. We'll see
if it's Malphite top, I think it matches nicely into the Riven. I think you can just stack armor and really shut her down. Riven against Renekton is a really exciting lane, but Renekton against Echo definitely favors the Renekton. So if DSB managed to get their laners out in the organization that they want them, I think DSB has the advantage here in lane phase.
TSS is kind of going for a little bit more of like a normal team comp this time, and DSB
very team fight focused.
Yes, and DSB's kind of, they're surprising us here. So
yeah, exactly. I really like DSB's team comp. Actually, I think I would pick them to win this game. But in any case, it's not up to me. It's up to the players. And we will quickly take our competitive integrity break. We'll be back in a few minutes with Game 2 of Dragon Soul or Bust versus Teams. Welcome back, everybody, as we get a nice little insight into our solo queue habits. We are back with Game 2 of TSS versus Dragon Soul or Bust. And since we forgot to list off our players, I'll have you join me. But first, I will list off the TSS lineup on the blue side. This is Blitzblades in the top lane. By the way, playing the Fiddlesticks. Hypoconic in the jungle on the Echo. Revivination in mid lane. Wheelie in the bot lane. And Virtual Boxes as support. Hang on a sec. Before you go through the rest of this matchup, it is Stiffy actually having to use his Ghost here. And by the way, we are on live patch, and so the Ghost changes have gone through, but also quite a few other changes we may bring up. But on the red side, we've got Dragon Soul or Bust and Baby Whopper. Would you do me the honor of reading off their names and their positions?
Okay, so we have. Oh, I don't have the list. Do you want to do it actually?
Oh, sure. Jason Sensations in the top lane, Stiffy in the jungle, Heartstopper on the Renekton in the mid lane, Sassman on Ezreal in the bot lane, and Model Brony on support. On Yuumi, and that Yuumi is going to be ridiculous on this Hecarim, as we were talking about in the pregame. Wow, this Yuumi comp. It's just a Yuumi comp.
It is, yeah. The Renekton Hecarim. It's going to be tough fun.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal. We were talking about how there's a lot of pressure on TSS bot lane in this situation, a very, very different situation than last game. They need kills here. They don't just need to push in and get a CS lead. Draven needs kills. Otherwise, he will eventually get outscaled by that Ezreal.
100%. And it's going to be hard to get kills in the bot lane with that Yuumi. She provides much more sustain than the set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we have Fiddlesticks up in the top lane, and we talked about this before. We are on the current patch, and so Fiddlesticks actually has been nerfed. The Drain doesn't do as much damage to lane minions anymore, so it's going to be a little harder for Blitzblades to push here, which, you know, it's interesting we're seeing a Fiddlesticks top here instead of previously, as it was stronger before. But
yeah, he was busted for a little while there.
Yeah, exactly. Still going to be powerful for the same reasons and hard for Malphite to itemize against, so that definitely does create a tough situation for Jason Sensations up there. The mid lane matchup is going to be the exciting one, though. This is pure skill right here.
Definitely. We talked in off of stream together, and we were discussing about how there's going to be a lot of outplay potential for the Renekton and the Riven.
Yeah, speaking of which, here's the Ignite coming down. Will Revivination be able to do the damage? Heartstopper now flashes the First Blood coming through, and that is going to be First Blood drawn by DSB, and that is exactly what we're talking about, the outplay potential, and Renekton does tend to have the advantage. You saw the counter pick. He will win the stat checks. It has to be the outplay coming in from Revivination, and in that situation, it didn't come in, and not only that, both summoners were blown, so it definitely is a big advantage. We're going to see if a gank will come through to the mid lane to take advantage of that. Hex Flash from Virtual Boxes. This lane, like we said, Draven needs kills, and it's going to be very hard to get them down.
I'm actually really happy with Draven's farming right now, and they're shoving lane quite hard. But I feel like the longer they let the Ezreal and Yuumi stay in lane, the more experience they're picking up, and the stronger they get over the course of the game.
Yeah, exactly. It is good pressure, set support, very, very powerful in the early game. And look at Blitzblades just continuing to do that damage, but you see how little damage that Drain now does to those minions. It just doesn't push as well. However, he heals up a lot. You can see trades have gone back and forth, and Blitzblade's still full HP here. But will Hypoconic be able to get a kill here? Stiffy very, very low and does go back in. No way out there, and his ghost was up, but in that case, you would have preferred the flash. Now Heartstopper going to go for a little bit of a trade, but nothing happening there. That's just a kill coming in for Hypoconic.
Yeah, the jungle matchup with the Hecarim Echo is going to be also quite interesting. There's a lot of outplay potential for both champions as well.
Yeah, they're very skill-based, and, you know, Hecarim is a very strong early-game jungler, but Echo just managing to catch him out. Hypoconic with nice tracking there.
And with Echo getting that early kill, he's gonna hopefully take over this game later on. Yeah,
that's exactly what you want as Echo. The one thing that happens here is that Blitzblades up in the top lane is reliant on that channel, a long channel, and before ultimate, there's no way Jason Sensations can stop it. No way he can stop the channel and stop that healing. You can see the poke already coming through. But once that ultimate comes out, Fiddlesticks will be a little bit easier to gank, perhaps. No gap closers available, and his ultimate is designed to go in. Now here's Hypoconic with the gank, and Virtual Boxes come up here as well. Virtual Boxes with the Hex Flash available, not even needing to use it at all, but Heartstopper does manage to get the ultimate off. Will that Ignite tick him down? Looks like Heartstopper's going to survive this.
Yeah.
So a lot committed there by TSS, and Heartstopper will survive here. Almost looking like he wants to go back in. Yes, he does. Is he going to be able to get the heal? Yes, he does. Revivination goes down. He outplays Virtual Boxes as well with the dash. Double kill coming in from the Renekton. Heartstopper is ridiculous on this pick.
And
I don't know why we didn't see it earlier.
Potential. The outplay potential. That Renekton goes in and out. He's a slimy alligator. That's literally what he does.
Oh, man. Just straight straight from the bayou with the slime still on him, managing to get out of that gank and come
He really
back in
baited
with
him
2
with that one,
kills.
for sure.
Exactly. Beautiful work there. Here's Stiffy now coming in for the gank onto Wheelie, and Set no longer here. Will Wheelie be able to get out of this? He does flash, but Heartstopper's here already with Yuumi, but have they gone too far? Heartstopper does manage to get the kill. Rampage for Heartstopper, but the shutdown comes in, and that is going to be Virtual Boxes. However, still in danger here. Hypoconic is now on to Stiffy, but he does manage to get away with the Ghost and the help of Yuumi. So already, Model Brony is showing how powerful this pick can be. Virtual Boxes now coming in, though. Sassman is taking a lot of damage.
Renekton is just so strong early, and with him having that Yuumi on him, there's just no stopping him.
It's so hard. He does manage to get the kill, though, and Sassman now going to be taken down as well. Sassman with the Ignite ticking down. He has a potion going, but Revivination does have the chase coming on, but no flash available, and so Sassman's going to get away. It's still a big advantage here for DSP.
And this first dragon we have up here, it's looking like the Echo and the Set are going to go for it here.
Yeah, that is the one thing. TSS did end up with priority in lanes at the end of that, as even though DSP did get the kills, health bars were too low, so they will be able to secure this first dragon, which will be the Ocean Drake.
Yes, will DSP get a soul?
Yeah, exactly. They are not on their way yet, and that is going to be the big question here.
Giving up that Ocean Dragon's hard.
Yeah, it definitely is tough, especially against a lane like this Ezreal Yuumi, where you're already having such trouble out-sustaining. But Heartstopper now, you can see how powerful Heartstopper is already. A lot of damage. Already the Bilgewater Cutlass completed on the Renekton so early in the game for that item. And Revivination is just going to not be able to do anything. You can see, for fear of being dived, he just has to stay out of experience range here. I'm going to come back in and not even get that. Jason Sensations coming to Blitzblades here, but nothing going to come of that engagement.
It's looking like DSP will get this top side scuttle here.
Yeah, very important objective, I always stress, and we've talked about our shared experiences as jungle mains. The Scuttle Crab, one of the most important objectives in the entire game, in my opinion. It is just.
And I'm telling you, if you die there as a jungler, it's not a jungle diff, okay? I'm telling you.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Hear me, top laners of the world.
Laner, notice me.
Oh man, I'm so happy to have a kindred spirit on the broadcast. But yeah, just that permanent vision that can't be denied. There's just, it's so valuable. Heartstopper now continuing to push in, continuing to maintain that lead in lane, but Jason Sensations is roaming around, not really comfortable in that lane against the Fiddlesticks, and does manage to go in there. Here's Stiffy coming in with the ultimate. Will he be able to get them? Now the flash comes in from Blitzblades, but the ultimate comes in. The flash is responded to. Blitzblades is going to go down here. No, Blitzblades gets out with a sliver of health. Hypoconic now here, but the ultimate comes in. Blitzblades takes down one. Here is Stiffy coming in with another aspect of this fight, but Hypoconic gets the better of him, and that actually does go in the favor of TSS there.
Yes, Echo is doing really well early on, which is pretty surprising, seeing that Hecarim's supposed to be the stronger jungler here.
But the flash in from Heartstopper, will he be able to kill him? No ultimate, no flash available, and Heartstopper does manage to get those double buffs back. So Heartstopper now is
the Fiddle TP'd in and chasing down the Renekton up top as well.
Yeah, we'll see if anything comes of that. Actually, it looks like the fear comes through. Actually, Heartstopper does have ultimate available, but the sustain of Blitzblades may be enough. The drain comes back in, but look at Heartstopper doing so much damage. Now being able to get one more heal, and Heartstopper is absolutely dominating this game, even more so than his counterpart, Jason, last game. And DSP look like they may have to win off the back of this Crocodile.
Yeah, you hate to see it. The TP in and immediate death, it never feels worth.
That's a feels bad man right there.
It is a feels bad. It is a feels bad.
Oh man, and so that is Blitzblades going down. You can see that full tank Fiddlesticks build going to come through, but in that particular fight where he had to fight against the Renekton, his itemization was designed to battle the Malphite Echo combo with that magic resist. So no armor means no surviving against a fed Renekton. And now 6-1 here for Heartstopper. Now both laners have double buffs, but here's a gank coming in. Revivination avoids that.
I'm actually surprised the Renekton hasn't even really been knocking on this mid lane turret too much. Like, just looking at, he's 6-1 right now, really.
Yeah, exactly. He's been more focused on the roaming aspect of what his champion's able to do, but we'll see.
Well,
yeah, you can see he can just push it out. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Now he's just going to push out and go roam again. Not able to set up any kind of slow push. Here's Hypoconic waiting in the wings. But Heartstopper is aware something is up.
I think they're waiting for the Hecarim to rotate.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to let Hecarim farm there and keep his dominance. But there's the ultimate coming in, and maybe Blitzblades will be able to get something out of this. The ultimate having to be used by the Malphite to get away, and that will be successful. But now, I have to get up on my soapbox here about builds a little bit, and I do this from time to time in the Premier League. I don't think this is the right build for Jason Sensations to be going with. Even though you are against the AP laner, you don't have kill pressure against the Fiddlesticks. You simply don't. With the Spectre's Cowl already built, you're not going to kill him. And so since you have the Ezreal Yuumi, you've got enough damage. You want to build, straight up cooldown reduction and tank on this Malphite in order to be able to get the most effect out of him. You don't need that extra damage from the ultimate.
I think so as well, especially once they get out of laning phase here. They're really going to need that engage, the tank.
Exactly. I think you want to go in and be tanky while, Heartstopper and Sassman are on the edges doing the damage. Here's Heartstopper going in again, but still being outplayed in that situation by the Riven, and Revivination is able to sort of, put a pause on Heartstopper's snowball here, which is definitely what you want to do.
Yeah, well, he already has Bork up, and that's a busted item.
Oh man, you just don't want to be fighting that at all. Now, the second dragon, though, goes over to TSS, so even though Heartstopper has this dominating performance and is so powerful, isn't able to make those make that power affect other areas of the map, for instance, that bot lane or the dragon. You see a pretty significant CS lead coming in from Wheelie and Virtual Boxes.
Yeah, that Draven has to have stacks right now.
Exactly. He's looking for a kill, and they really need to shut him down if they don't want Wheelie to start popping off in this game.
Well, that turret, the bottom turret for DSP is almost being knocked right down, so there's a lot of kill potential here for the bot lane for TSS.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to go for it. It's going to take a little while. Virtual Boxes did take tower aggro and had to back off there, but you see Wheelie really getting greedy for that last plate, doesn't manage to get it, and so now with Stiffy in the area, we'll see if he's able to make some kind of a gank come through with a bait on this tower. He is going for that attempt, and there's the ultimate coming in, but the tower goes down. Ezreal Yuumi, a little bit of wires crossed there, and the ultimate comes down, but it already is the Hecarim going down. Sassman now gets taken down as well, and now it's just Yuumi and Renekton coming in. Will Heartstopper be able to do this? This has now become a 1v4, and the ultimate comes in. Heartstopper does do his job, and does get the one kill. But the rest flash away, so that's still advantage gained by TSS in that fight.
Yeah, Renekton Yuumi is going to be such a force to be reckoned with, especially with Renekton being this fed, and he did pop Bork that fight.
Yeah, and just
he barely took any damage hits at all. His health bar was pretty much full the entire fight.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see, like you said, Bork is the only item. He doesn't even have any HP built. He just doesn't lose HP right now.
Yeah, the life steal's crazy on the autos.
Yeah. Hypoconic now going to be in danger. No ultimate available, and Heartstopper goes in for the dash. Now gets the stun down. Will the ultimate come back up? The flash comes away, but the flash is returned. Heartstopper is on a rampage now, 8-1, and now will they finally shut down the raid boss? Heartstopper gonna just walk away from this one, and Sassman has arrived back up. He's gonna go in, and he does get the kill. Yuumi goes back onto him, but he does finally get shut down, and that's a huge ultimate coming in for Blitzblades. Now the double kill coming for the Fiddlesticks, and that's a big turnaround. That shutdown is so critical.
For sure. I think the Yuumi should have stayed on, latched on to the Renekton, just at least for the boost.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Model Bromy get off of the Renekton as well there, but still did manage to get one kill. But yeah, Heartstopper is the only silver lining here for DSP. The rest of the map is going in favor of TSS.
He is keeping their team in it, and he's trying to roam as much as he can and get picks for them. But I don't know, like, he will fall off as Renekton. That's just what Renekton is.
Yeah, exactly.
So he can only do so much.
It's a question of, can you get this Ezreal to a point where he can pick up the mantle here of being the main damage dealer? Right now, it's inarguably it's Renekton. But the Malphite is, building damage as well. And my guess as to the logic there is for damage profile, because otherwise they don't have anyone who deals magic damage. I think if you've got Ezreal late game, you don't need it, but that will be a discussion for perhaps the analysts to elaborate on. Meanwhile, here is Hecarim coming in. The catch onto Blitzblades, but you can see how tanky he is. It's Heartstopper having to come in. Look at that healing coming through. Blitzblades is going to survive for so long, but finally does go down. The shutdown comes through. And yeah, it is still Heartstopper being so strong here. And Hecarim, no joke either.
Yeah, Hecarim is bringing himself back in it. He's been farming a little bit. We haven't seen him too much in lanes, but that's really what you wanted because he did fall behind early when he was 1 and 3.
Yeah, exactly. So that Hecarim definitely is going to be a problem in the late game. That we talked about that interaction between Hecarim and Fiddlesticks. That still is applicable. But here is the catch out onto Hecarim. The ultimate comes through Virtual Boxes with the dunk coming down. And that is the jungler going down just as we sing his praises. Caster Curse once again coming through. Now it looks like a 5-man dive. Jason Sensation is going to have to ultimate out to get away from this one. He will. And he will get away. But that is going to be a turret. Now, the ultimate comes through, actually, for Blitzblades. You can see how tanky he has become, but that ultimate not going to yield any results. However.
We are going to see the Rift popped here in top lane by TSS here.
Yeah, and that is going to get something from them. Now, Hypoconic going to take a lot of damage, has to use the ultimate to get away. And Heartstopper is still very dangerous. Heartstopper going in 1v4. Look at this. He needs Yuumi to come in and save him. And will he be able to? No. Doesn't get there in time. Stiffy now taking a lot of damage. And it really shows how Heartstopper is the entire damage profile of this team. Jason goes down as well. And when the Renekton falls, so do we all. Now Virtual Box is going in and sticking to the Ezreal model. Brony going down. It's the ace once again from TSS. Not even the 9 and 3 Renekton can stand up to the strength of their team fighting capabilities.
Well, I think in this team comp, like they really weren't going after the Draven, and I think he's such a sleeper pick here. He only died twice, and with his stacks and getting picks, he gets so much goal generation. He's already at 140 CS. He's leading anyone in this game. So I think getting that Draven down early is really going to help, just because he was putting out so much damage from the sidelines on that team fight.
Yeah, and it really is rough because they keep trying to focus Blitzblades to, he's gone full tank. He doesn't have a single damage item, which is exactly what we expected. The Dragon has come up here, and it looks like the priority will go over to DSP. They're going to be able to secure at least one Dragon here in this series, unless there's a Miracle Steal that comes through, but I don't think there will be. So that is going to be an advantage. And remember, this Renekton's still on 2 full items, one of them being Blade of the Ruined King, one of the strongest items in the game. So it is not going to be a guaranteed win here for TSS. Now, Hypoconic, taking so much damage, has to use that Hourglass, and now uses the ultimate and kills the jungler. That Dragon is so close, and Yuumi finally takes it down. Model Brony getting the last hit on that. Heartstopper, it was so tanky, but didn't manage to get anything out of it. And now Model Brony is totally up a creek here, gets taken down with nobody to attach onto. So it is only Sassman surviving that fight, and a 4 for 2 for TSS.
Well, getting objectives is really good for DSP right now, since they are getting behind, but the CDR Dragon isn't necessarily the best one, but it is something.
Virtual Box is, he's taking, he actually goes down to the tower aggro, and that kill goes over to Sassman. That is a non-trivial kill as well. A shutdown going towards the Ezreal is important. It? Oh no! To hear the comms in the Discord of TSS right now. But that kill does go over to the Ezreal, so that is going to be something. Still very, very weak is this Ezreal. No items completed at all.
Yeah, he's
and
got
yeah.
the Sheen, and that's really about it.
Yeah, it's just pieces right now. So we'll have to see what happens with Sassman if he's able to find a way into this game and able to get those power spikes that Ezreal really relies on. Is recalling now, so probably has finished that Manamune here.
I was actually surprised though for the Ezreal to even start with a Doran shield in his lane, just because he had the Yuumi to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. You could have gotten a little more of an advantage there, but
especially versus the Draven, who literally power farmed his way to being relevant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it almost is the reverse of what we would have expected with the Ezreal being the one who wants to power farm. But in any case, yeah, like you say, Wheelie showing once again he is one of the star players in this league, and you know, regardless of matchup, he's going to make things happen. So impressive work so far from Wheelie. But like we said, Manamune is completed. Pardon me, for a Sassman, as well as the Iceborne Gauntlet, actually. So that's 2 full items for the Ezreal. That's a big deal. And we'll see if this next fight benefits
that
from
1 in 3 power spike incoming, I'm telling you.
Exactly. Yeah, the lesser known power spike here.
Yes.
This Baron, by the way, looks like it's going to go down pretty quickly. Yeah, and they do finally get it. So no a chance to steal there from Stiffy. And it was close, but that's a good Baron call there, as DSP were relegated to their base.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if they make a good push here with that Baron.
Yeah, once the death stance is completed on Renekton, you're gonna have a real problem killing Heartstopper,
especially with that Yuumi sitting on him, because he's pulling this team together right now.
Yeah, so once that death stance has been completed, the cooldown reduction will be up, the survivability, and then the Yuumi heals will be even more effective, and it's just going to be so difficult to take this Renekton down. TSS is going to have to use their team play, and so far they've been able to do that. Here's a catch out on Heartstopper. You see, though, Revivination, just 1 auto attack gets down to
and 3/4 HP. Right out.
Exactly. Yeah, and the Riven not interested in that whatsoever.
And like I said,
engage. Hang on a sec. The ultimate comes through. Shut down onto Wheelie. Revivination now going to take a lot of damage. Revivination going to be shut down as well. Virtual Box is now having to do the haymaker on 4 players and flash out. That will get him out of there. But what an engage coming in. That's what you get the Malphite for. And Heartstopper is going to be feared away. Blitzblades looks like he might walk away from this one. So only 2 kills, but that's a big swing coming in from DSB.
Yeah, that's a big pick on the Draven for DSB. He was sitting on a 300G bounty, and you know what? Getting stacks off of Draven is always useful.
Exactly, and like you say, Draven going to be the one wanting to sit outside of the backline, doing a lot of the damage coming through here for TSS, and so once he's gone, they feel totally safe coming in for a fight. Now, here's the flash coming in, the re-engage. Wheelie is back, and Jason Sensations is gone. Heartstopper now fleeing for his life. The Yuumi is on him, and he goes back and forth. Yuumi now goes over to Ezreal, leaving Heartstopper to die, and that re-engage, it looked like they just didn't expect the death timers to be so short, and just overextended there, not even able to get 1 turret off of those 2 big kills.
Well, most of the players on TSS haven't really died too much, really, throughout over the course of the game, so the death timers aren't too bad right now.
Yeah, exactly, and that seemed to catch DSB off guard here. And now TSS is in a very good situation to win. Baron still on a couple of members of the team, and they're going to be able to push this tower down. The ultimate comes through, but Hypoconic was tanking that. And it looks like they might even be able to get this inhibitor. No, they're going to back off of that, not wanting another Malphite engage to set them back again. But look at the waves. The map control held so firmly here by TSS as that inhibitor on the top lane is being pushed down. Meanwhile, this dragon, DSB don't want to bust here. They're going to come through, but Revivination is waiting to zone them away. And yeah, that dragon has already gone down, so they are going to just have to back off. But here's Heartstopper coming in with the engage. The Yuumi ultimate comes down. Heartstopper is very sustainable, but will he be able to sustain enough? He's going to heal. No, Blitzblades is going to be able to take him down. Blitzblade's now so powerful. Stiffy has taken down Wheelie. That's a big kill, but is it the only one they're going to be able to get? Now Malphite is being caught out here. Jason Sensations using that stealing on the move speed. And Model Brony, here's Yuumi. This is not what you want from Yuumi, running away from a Riven. And Revivination taking quite a while to take her down, but she will eventually go down. Model Brony using up a lot of time, but not going to be effective.
Yeah, I don't really think the Yumi's really in place to do much damage there, so I don't see the point in chasing, but...
No, and look how long it's taking. Rejuvenation still hasn't taken down Model Brony, but it looks like TSS might take down this,
I'm telling
this series
you,
anyway.
OP right now.
I can't believe that Yumi is still alive, but Blitzblades has taken down Malphite again. Heartstopper now focused on the set, and look at this healing coming through, and look at Blitzblades. He's trying to take down this all on his own. This isn't Teke. He's just standing there and hitting the Nexus. Look at this healing. Blitzblades is a god right now, and finally that Ezreal will go down. This is going to be TSS, unless if Heartstopper, hang on, Heartstopper is coming in here. Rejuvenation. Now, we saw how long it took Rejuvenation to take down this Yuumi, so the shutdown comes through. But Blitzblades, can anyone even kill this Fiddlesticks? They're going to go in, and they are not going to be able to do anything now. It's been so long. Wheelie is able to come in. Blitzblade's going to heal up again. Blitzblades is still healing up. Finally, the shutdown comes through.
And we're seeing the Riven, the Draven running up mid here.
Yeah, we'll see what Wheelie's able to do here. Wheelie definitely not in a position to come and attack this Nexus, but yeah, Wheelie's going to take the red buff anyway, so our analysts actually jumped the gun a little bit and hopped into our Discord channel, but game's not over, boys. It is still going, and the Nexus has not fallen yet, and so nobody's going to surrender. This is semifinals. Nobody's giving up just because of a little thing like, you know, all your structures being taken down.
Well, like we talked about this before the game, was that like the Fiddlesticks pick was really strong before the patch, but it's proving to be actually quite strong as well. It still works.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know,
you saw literally 2v1 in right next to the Nexus, so...
We already saw, yeah, a ridiculous situation coming in there from Fiddlesticks, where you can see the power of this tank Fiddlesticks build. Now has built the Zhonya's Hourglass, just to get a little bit of extra damage to round out that cooldown reduction. So, yeah, this is a little ridiculous. I think that this push should be over soon, but it is still DSP holding on here, and we'll see what they can do for this final push. Here's VirtualBox is leading the charge.
Yeah, they're quite exposed here, so...
Yeah, there's just nothing they can do. Heartstopper has to pull off a miracle, and it doesn't look like they're just gonna walk up and hit the Nexus. You know, no screwing around here from TSS. Although the ultimate comes in right into the fountain, VirtualBox is going to use the Haymaker. Sassman takes him down, and there's the ultimate coming through. This is more kills. Heartstopper has taken so much damage, but look at Rejuvenation doing more damage here. And the Blitzblades is on the outside. Blitzblades healing up so much. One more auto attack will do it. They're not going to be able to prevent this from happening. Blitzblades with a sliver of health finishes the game. Beautiful work there, and that was so ridiculous. I don't even know what to say to you, Baby Whopper.
They almost had it. They really did, but I don't think they were really expecting the backdoor.